Hey everyone, so today we're unboxing the silver iPhone 14 Pro. This is the last one that we have to unbox. We already unboxed the gold, space black, and deep purple. So let's do silver. Let's see if Apple has changed this at all. Again, like I mentioned in the other videos, $1,000 for the base 128GB model, up to $1,500 for a terabyte, and price increases have only really happened outside of the US, which makes this phone too expensive, honestly, to get. But if you're in the US, then they have a lot of trade-in offers that I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of. But here is the silver. It's whiter. It's silver. It's more silver, actually, is what I gotta say. It's not whiter. It's more silver. I actually do like that though. The sides are a fingerprint magnet. That's what I've noticed just instantly. It's just how many fingerprints you can see on there. Yeah, strangely enough, more than the gold. Much less noticeable on the gold sides than here on the silver sides. But here, this is actually very nice. It's actually more clean, it looks like, than previous years, if that makes sense. Of course, the rings here around the camera are silver, just like the stainless steel on the sides. One of the pros, of course, of always getting the silver phone is that if these sides scratch up, you can actually polish them. I wouldn't really ever care to do that. I think it looks fine when they're scratched up and stuff, but you can do that if you wanted to. Apple logo is the least noticeable out of all of them, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Apple logo is also bigger than previous year's models, but let's go ahead and remove the front here. And you can see, unlike all the other ones, the front here, the silver sides are super noticeable. So that's definitely something that you have to like or be okay with if you're getting this color, because I think they're a little bit too bright and noticeable for my liking. That's one of the reasons why I've just never really gotten the silver phone at all. These sides are just way too bright. And I particularly like the aluminum sides more, especially on the iPhone 14, which we'll check out in the upcoming videos. But here you can just see those edges are reflecting quite a lot, and some people like that. There is a contrast there, which looks really cool. I just I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it does look good. And I do like the back. You can see that again. This here, the box is not white, but it's close to white. And you can see the difference there with the white versus the slight silver pearlescent back, which has gotten better over the course of a couple years, because like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, it was super pearlescent and I was not a big fan of it. And I grabbed the wrong thing here. I was actually going to grab the gold phone here so you guys can see that. And there you can see the difference between gold and silver. It kind of helps show how silver and how gold each one of it is. It's good when you compare the two colors. And since we have all of them, we might as well do a quick little color comparison here before we move on to some cases. And here we go. So deep purple, gold, space black, and silver. Just got to be careful with these, make sure I don't drop them or anything. And you can really see the color differences there. You could basically call the black or the space black black, the silver white, gold is gold, and the purple should be, given that the space black is called space black, the gold, really missed opportunity. It should have just been space purple. No idea why it's called deep purple. It doesn't even look like a deep purple at all. It's a nice purple color, as we talked about in previous videos, but it's not deep purple at all. I hate when they do that. It must have just tested well when they did the focus groups. So yeah, we're going to do a full-on color comparison later on and everything, but let's go ahead and check out how the silver one looks in some cases. And here we have the cases. Now this is sponsored by the folks over at CASETiFY. They sent out these cases for us to check out and see. And they have a bunch of great cases here that, unfortunately, these are for the 14 here. These are some of my favorite ones, this dinosaur right here. But let's show you a little bit on how these cases look on the phone. So here we have the clear back with black sides here on the silver. Now here you can see it looks really good. Of course, the black and with the white, that panda look just looks fantastic. And this, for example, would get rid of all my complaints with the silver phone, right? I don't have to look at the front here, because you can't see the silver edges with these particular cases. But if you did have one that showed them, you can see how reflective it is there. As soon as I pop it open, you can see the reflection of that stainless steel. But here we have this really nice thick rubber around the edges, and here on the side it actually says that this case is made from recycled phone cases, and that is what they do. They actually use 65% recycled and plant-based material for these cases. And here, if I show you the case here in person right there, you can see how that looks. Really, really great. This is actually my best or favorite case to color phone combo out of all these. Looks very clean. My brother has been getting the silver one every year, so this is probably going to be his case and phone as well. So that looks really, really good. Now let's go ahead and take a look at one of these other cases here. All right, so let's go ahead and put the purple case on this one just so we can see how this purple and silver combo looks. Cool thing about the purple is you can kind of see through here, and we can see the insides here as well right here. You can see that there. That's what CASETiFY has called their twister design, and it's also their EcoShock technology. You can kind of see it right in here. And this just allows them to kind of distribute tension better whenever you drop your phone. And this is actually 5 times the military standard for protection, meaning it's been drop tested more than 130 times to make sure that that EcoShock in there just doesn't wear off and it's always there in case you drop your phone. And I actually really, really like this silver white with this purple. It actually works the most out of all the ones we've tried. So this actually looks fantastic. I wasn't a big fan of it with the actual purple phone. The space black looked fine. The gold actually looked pretty good, but this one is the best one. Just white with purple, straight out. Makes that camera bump look quite cool and just contrasts very nicely. And this kind of whole look just reminds me of like early 2000s like Mac computers and such, which just looks really cool. You can see through here the silver shining through the port there at the bottom as well. And through it you can kind of just tell that it has that EcoShock right through it. So it's going to just give you that cushioning whenever you drop your phone. And we will be doing a drop test here in a bit so that you can see how well this is just going to absorb that and everything, while still keeping the phone relatively slim and in some cool colors and designs. Now talking about designs, let's have here and test out the designs here. So this is actually one of my favorite designs here, these flowers in it. This one actually looked impressively nice on the gold phone, and it looks super nice with the white phone too. I think it looks a little bit better on the gold phone, so those two combos were actually better, but this looks super nice too. Got the flowers there, contrast nicely with that silver white back and the silver camera rings right there as well. You can see on this phone they also have the white LED, the same thing with all the 14s and 14 Pros. I'm actually not sure if the 14s got that, so I'll take that back until we see the 14s, but it looks really, really nice. CASETiFY has a ton of collections and different artists to choose from for these backs. You can even customize your own on their website with your name or designs that you want. And what's great is that their printing actually doesn't easily come off like at all, like some other cheap cases have. And they actually have a texture to it, so you can actually feel all the flowers and everything. It just looks really nice. It's vibrant, looks really cool, and there's a ton of designs to choose from, collaborations and everything. So definitely, if you want one of these cases, make sure to click the link down below in the description, or just go to casetify.com/darkgadgets, and right there you can get one of these cases and save 15% off automatically. You don't have to put any code or anything. Just clicking the link is going to save you 15% off. So make sure to click that link in the description, or just go directly to it if you want one of them. So lastly, let's take a look here, just full on matte black back, and that'll conclude for checking out the cases here, because this will just show that black and white look more, just more black than white as opposed to the clear case. And there you can see that. You can see here how the ports pop because of that silver. Let's take a closer look at that. And you can just see those silver accents just peeping through right there. And there you go. So that's with a black case. Really cool. There you can see the notch right there. And yeah, again, this case kind of hides those silver edges. So if you want to hide those silver edges, definitely look with a case that has a big lip like this, and CASETiFY's does. So, you know, you have that screen protection as well whenever you put your phone down on a desk or anything like that. So now let's go ahead and move on to the drop test. All right, so here for the drop test, you're just getting ready for work. You're kind of going down the stairs. You see your dog, he spooks you. You drop your phone. Oh my gosh. And it's perfectly fine because, of course, I mean, this is kind of a very low level drop, but you get your car keys, you're going outside, and you go to open your car. Oh my gosh, you open your car with the same hand. Oh, you dropped your phone on the cement. And it's perfectly fine. Again, it has a little scratch in the corner, but nothing too bad on the case, and of course nothing happened to the phone. Lastly, you're enjoying the sun. Oh my gosh, you put too much sunscreen. Boom, the phone slips out of your hand, and again, it is perfectly fine. So this case protects for very simple everyday to day drops, but if you have more extreme circumstances, CASETiFY does have a couple of other options with their impact line as well as bounce line for more protection. All right, so now we got to show how the phone actually looks in person here. So from a distance, like how does that weight look? Or the silver? It probably is the phone that pops the most from a distance. Like you can tell that it's an iPhone 14 or 13 Pro or whatever. So if you want to show off that you have an iPhone, this is probably the best color to go with. But if you want to show off that you have an iPhone 14 Pro, then you got to get the purple one, because the purple one hasn't been available on the other ones, and people are going to instantly recognize what it is. Now, texting here from a distance, I think one of the things that people might not like is the fact that you can see those 3 cameras a lot with this phone color, as opposed to here, if we grab the space black, they kind of just blend in and you can't really tell. So it really depends if you like that kind of panda stormtrooper look, or if you don't like that, then you might want to go for the darker colors, because even the gold is going to show those lenses quite a bit. It won't pop as much, but it still pops. It's still quite noticeable. You can see that there. And let's compare it just against the purple there. This one also hides it pretty well. Yeah, I'm constantly surprised by the purple the more I look at it. It is quite nice, actually. So there again, you have the silver one. Here's how it reacts to lighting. Quite nice. Definitely more silver than previous years. If Apple could just give us a silver phone like the original iPhone, that would be my ultimate pick. Like silver back, black sides, and then with the black camera, it would look fantastic. That's my ultimate dream phone color, is still that one. It's also kind of one of my favorite car colors too. All right, so now that I have these here, let's do one more color comparison. So again, here we have all 4 iPhone 14 Pro colors. We'll do a color comparison in some time, but here we go. There you go. I think you should just use this to choose if you're not 100% sure. And my voice is going away, but there you go. I think just like, which one do you like most right there? And that's the color you should just instantly go for. And I really like the black. I bought the purple. We'll see if I like it or keep it or whatnot, but yeah, there you go. I can't really show you everything perfectly just because I don't have everything set up so I don't scratch these screens, but you can see the edges, the cameras, everything. And that's pretty much it for this video. So that's the unboxings of the iPhone 14 Pro. If you missed any of them, I kind of have different details on each unboxing just because I forget to mention some things and other things in others, but not really in-depth look at the phone at all. Like, this is just an unboxing and color impressions. Like, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.